Today I would like to do some comprehensive questions and their answers from Old English period, which I hope would benefit those who aspire for UGC examinations, Viva Voce examinations, and the Civilservice examinations. So let us begin. Today we are doing part 1 from Old English. Question number 1. Name the tribes of the ancestors of English people who laid the foundation of the English nation. Name the tribes of the ancestors of English people who laid the foundation of English nation. Answer: the Jutes, Angles, and Saxons. The Jutes, Angles, and Saxons. Number 2. When was the foundation of English nation laid? When was the foundation of the English nation laid? The foundation of the English nation was laid. The foundation of the English nation was laid down in the latter half of the 5th century. The foundation of the English nation was laid down in the latter half of the 5th century. Next, what is the early English literature called? It is called Anglo-Saxon period. The period between 450 to 150 BC. 450 AD to 1150 AD. So to be accurate, actually the period came to an end, the early English literature period came to an end with the Norman conquest in 1066 AD. But we should remember that the Old English period continued to certain decades after 1066 AD. So it is called the Anglo-Saxon period or the Old English period. Old English period or Anglo-Saxon literature. From which country did the Saxons reach England? Germany. Name the king who inspired the writings of Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. Name the king who inspired the writings of Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. Answer is King Alfred I. Why the literature of Old English period is not of much relevance today? Why the literature of the Old English period is not of much relevance today? It is written in an archaic Germanic language which is difficult to understand. It is written in an archaic means very old, which is no longer in use. That is what is the meaning of archaic. Archaic Germanic language which is difficult for us to understand. Next, what are the characteristics of the Anglo-Saxon poetry? What are the features or characteristics of Anglo-Saxon poetry? The poetry of this period is permeated with, spread with the spirit of adventure, love of sea and plunging boats, battles, brave deeds, the glory of warriors, soldiers, love of personal freedom, nature, religion, and reverence for womanhood. The poetry of this period is permeated with the spirit of adventure, love of sea and plunging boats, battles, brave deeds, the glory of warriors, love of personal freedom, nature, religion, reverence for womanhood. Next one, an important one, which is the oldest English epic poem? Which is the oldest English epic poem? Beowulf. 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 What do you know of the theme of Beowulf? It deals with the great deeds and death of Beowulf, a hero. It deals with the great deeds and death of Beowulf. It is written on continental Germanic theme. It is written in continental Germanic theme. The hero is a Germanic hero. Next, why Beowulf is still very significant poem? Why Beowulf is still very important poem? It has an abiding social interest. It describes the manners and customs of Englishmen before they came to England. It describes the manners and customs of Englishmen before they came to England. It is written in direct, simple and forceful language. Beowulf, the epic, is written in direct, simple and forceful language. Next one, name some other important poems of Anglo-Saxon period. Name some other important poems of Anglo-Saxon period. Widsith, Widsith, Widsith. Miscellaneous poems. The Exeter book, Exeter. Exeter. Exeter book. What is Widsith? It's a poem about 150 lines. It is an account, description of the wanderings of Widsith, a supposed wanderer. It is an account of the wanderings of Widsith, a supposed wanderer. Next, what is Valdera? Valdera. Valdera is a poem of 63 lines which narrates some of the exploits of Walter of Aquitaine. It is a poem of 63 lines which narrates some of the exploits, adventures of Walter of Aquitaine. Its language is noticeable for vigor and power. The poem Valdera's language is noticeable, noteworthy for vigor and power. Next, what do you know of miscellaneous poems? What do you know of miscellaneous poems? Miscellaneous poems consist of three poetical fragments dealing with the battles. Three poems, three sections it contains. One is the fight at Finnisburg. The first section is the fight at Finnisburg. Number 2, Battle of Barnenburg. The Battle of Barnenburg. Number 3, the Battle of Malden, Maldon. The Battle of Malden. They have a little literary importance. These poems do not have much importance. These poems have little literary importance. What do you know of Exeter book? Exeter, what do you know of Exeter book? It contains 7 short elegies abiding human interest. It contains 7 short elegies evading human interest. The 7 short elegies are Ruin, the Wanderer, the Seafarer, the Wife's Complaint, the Husband's Complaint, Deer, Wolf, and Educer. These are the 7 elegies that the book Exeter contains. Ruin, the Wanderer, the Seafarer, the Wife's Complaint, the Husband's Complaint, Deer, Wolf, and Educer. Next, what are the Battle of Brunanburh and Battle of Malden about? What are the Battle of Brunanburh and Battle of Malden about? The Battle of Brunanburh deals with the battle fought at Brunanburh, at the place called Brunanburh, between Aethelstan and an English army. Tennyson wrote translations to these poems. The Battle of Brunanburh deals with the battle fought at Brunanburh between Aethelstan and an English army. Tennyson wrote translations to these poems. Next, what is Ruin? Ruin is the elegy contains in the Exeter book. What is the Ruin? It's a poem of 35 lines. Ruin is a poem about 35 lines. It is, as it is an elegy, it is the mourning of a traveler over a deserted city. It is the mourning or lamentation of a traveler over a deserted city. So we will be going on with other parts, and it will be an elaborate clause in installments.